Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Extra Time TV. This is Andre Sukla.
I'm Kevon Campbell.
And Kevon, the Premiership is not much of a race.
No.
It's more like a rabbit and a whole bunch of turtles behind it.
Yeah.
Manchester City have proven a lot of doubters wrong and have pulled away in the Premiership. Pep had a lot of critics and Manchester City seem to be sweeping all aside. Kevon, what do you think about Manchester City's dominance of the Premier League right now?
They have been rip-roaring, Andre. They have been a force to be reckoned with. They came out guns blazing. Only one draw so far this season, 0 defeats.
Yeah.
They have obliterated all teams in front of them, scoring goals like 1 or 4 goals multiple times per game. Crazy stuff. And I think all needs to go down to Pep and his identifying key traits in the players already there, and also bringing in the right players for the system. Last year, when he had those fullbacks, those aging fullbacks like Colorado and Zabaleta, he spent a lot of money on fullbacks this season. Bringing in, you had Mendy, also Danilo, Kyle Walker, but Fabian Delph has been left back, which is an odd thing. But what I liked is that he identified the players he wants to play with and the system, and he has good alternatives. I think 2 key players, Raheem Sterling and Leroy Sané, they play on opposite sides and they understand Pep's system so good. They're young and they're like a sponge. They took everything he says and they put it out on that field. So we see them switching, we see them tucking in and fullbacks coming forward and fullbacks tucking in, and you have David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne coming out. That system that Pep deploys, it's so intricate. When you look at the game, and one of my best games this season was looking at Man City versus Napoli. They saw both teams play that style, but you saw how good Man City had an interplay. What do you think Man City can do? Do you think they can be invincible?
You know, it's this Man City, I'm saying right now, I told people a couple of years ago, reminds me of when Manchester United, and maybe in the late 90s, when it was a foregone conclusion they would blow teams away 4-0.
Yeah.
They were superior to everyone at that point in time. I'd never thought, there were a couple, Arsenal had the Invincibles era, but, they didn't blow teams away all the time, but they won. So that's the last time, we see something close to this. And it remains to be seen if that'll continue to the end of the season. But it's been a long time. I actually never thought we would see such dominance in the EPL for a long time. Everybody has a lot of money now. There's a lot of top coaches. Pep comes in and he is doing exactly everything you said just now. He's stuck with his system. A lot of people criticize the systems. They take shots at the tiki-taka, passes the ball for no reason. He knew exactly what he wanted. He got the players he needed. And he got criticized for some of his purchases. It didn't work, and he had a very clear plan, and it is working. And it's so impressive. Sterling was going to almost be a flop. And in a lot of people's eyes, Sterling is just another English player, English Jamaican, going to flop. But I think they are heading in that trajectory to become. This could probably be another. I don't want to say Invincibles yet. That still belongs to Wenger and the boys. But they have all the ingredients, and usually January, February, March will be the deciding months. How Pep manages his team, because he has done it before in Barcelona. And he has managed to get exactly the kind of players he wants. And it is very exciting to see a coach do his work. We saw what Pep had when he came in, and he had a pretty decent team. And we see where they are now. And it really, I thought Jose Mourinho would probably be his foil. But based on the game I saw recently, it doesn't look like anybody's going to stop Pep and his men.
No competition really, in my opinion, because he plays that 4-1-4-1 so good, and you have Fernandinho splitting the centre backs, and he has this clear starting 11. Not many teams can say that.
Yeah.
And even if he rotates, like what happened to David Silva over the weekend, he brought in Ilkay Gundogan, and he just fit in seamlessly, and he scored. And when you look at Man City, as I want to say Barca,
It's kind of thing.
what the key position and the key change from last year to this year, Andre? Goalkeeper.
Yeah, definitely.
Claudio Bravo last year, Pep brought him thinking that he would have done wonders, but he just flopped whole season long.
Yeah.
This
I
year,
was surprised about that.
Yeah, this year he spent on equivalent to be the highest sum ever paid for a keeper when you transfer from euro to pound in Ederson. a monster keeper, Brazilian keeper from Benfica.
And let's be real, none of you knew about that guy, so don't even claim to know who that is, except maybe Brazilians.
Yeah, true. And he's been doing so well. If you watch that game against Tottenham, guys, you saw Ederson play passes, not long humps or down the field where you have other keepers doing. He was playing angle-directed passes to like De Bruyne and to Gabriel Jesus, those guys. It was a spectacle of passing from a goalkeeper. And even so good that I think that he can maybe usurp Ederson as Brazil's number one keeper in the World Cup.
Yeah.
His play has been so good, so commanding that you look back at last season and bravo, all his mistakes. Now you don't see any mistakes from him. He's a good shot stopper and a good guy to start to play from the back. So to me, Ederson has been City's standout player and the guy that has really driven this team forward compared to last season. And as a goalkeeper in Pep's system, you have an important role.
Yep, Pep loves these ball-playing goalkeepers. That is why he brought Bravo, which turned out to be a disaster. I mean, Hart had no chance, and not Stephen Hart, by the way. Maybe Hart would probably been a better choice. But Stephen Hart. But Hart was he's a traditional keeper in the sense, not like Pep where you play the ball out the back. And he brought in Bravo, and he even preferred the Argentine Caballero. Yes, the gentleman Willie. He was a guy because he had a similar style of play in the Argentinian system and all that. Didn't work. He addressed it, brought in this guy, and I'll be honest with you, I never thought he'd have such an impact the way he did. He is, I believe, among other things, there's a lot of factors, but he was the goalkeeping issue was a key issue for them last year.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just giving away goals. I was shocked how poor Bravo was. This is a guy, he won 2 Copa Americas. Yeah. He's a solid guy for Barcelona. He's not some inexperienced guy that,
Champions League winner.
Yeah, he just looked ordinary. In fact, he looked downright comical at times. Like he just did not belong there, and it did not help the whole South American stereotype. No. And there comes in another South American, and his gloves are steel. If that's gloves are steel.
Much younger though, Ederson, like 10 years younger than Bravo. So maybe he can learn differently than Bravo's probably a bit too old to learn all that new.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying online, and I think it's wrong, but I want your opinion that if Manchester City does not win the Champions League, that their season is not a success. So I think that's insane. If they just win the Premiership, what do you think? Are they going to win the Premiership? And do you think the Champions League is a good indicator of their success?
I think they'll win the Premiership, but Andre, they should do really good in the Champions League. If they don't, then I'm gonna deduct some points from them, my overall assessment, because you look at this Champions League season, they got Basel in the round of 16. And because they have so many good teams in that round of 16, they're going to knock each other out. So Man City, by now, you should at least semi-finals and final, in my opinion, with that team, how they're playing now. If they don't, I'm going to be really disappointed. Yeah. So it's a stern Man City, they need to do that because it's about time they do something like that. And they have the depth. Up front, they can play Aguero or Jesus. They have depth on the sides, everywhere. No reason why they can't beat some of the other quote-unquote bigger teams in Europe. You're talking about like a Roma or Juve or even Bayern. They should be able to overcome those teams the way they play. So, but Pep didn't do good in Champions League with Bayern when he was there for 3 years. So that would be a test for City because I think we need to do that.
Yeah. Well, the stage is set. They have a wonderful winning streak. Yeah. They're doing wonderful in the Premiership. There's a massive gap. It's ridiculous.
11 points.
11 points. It's insane. And it probably could be more come January.
True.
Because apparently the English don't ever stop playing football.
No.
Boxing they're playing. So, let us know what you think. What do you think about Manchester City's season? What do you think about Pep? He was heavily criticized last year for his style of football. A lot of people said he had an easy team with Barcelona. He had an easy team at Bayern Munich. He only goes to easy teams. And then last year they wrote him off. Said, his luck finally ran out the Premiership and now he's doing well again. And it seems to dominate wherever he goes, at least for a certain period of time. So let us know what you think. What do you think about his team? What do you think about the players? What do you think about Pep? Do you think that they're going to go all the way this season and become, go undefeated? Yeah. We'd love to hear your thoughts because we know there's a lot of EPL fans out there. Yeah. And this is definitely an eye-opener for the EPL.
Yeah, final thought, Andre. What Pep did by converting Delph into left back and Lam from right back to midfielder shows that in training he makes players better than they were before. So even though the team may win the Champions League, each player has improved dramatically when they spend time under Pep. So that's been said, guys. Let's bring us to the end. Be sure to like our page on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, and leave questions because you answer them all. Andre, where can you find you?
You can find me at Andre Suklal on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find me at Kev868 on Instagram and Twitter. So be sure to check out our website and our page and stay tuned for more.
Like, subscribe because it will just make you happy.
Yeah, and smile.
Thank you for watching another episode of Extra Time TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We'll leave the links below.